Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Putty and welcome to the 2015 year in review for Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Let me actually take my headphones off so I can hear myself a little better. So, throughout 2015 we had a really big year. There's a lot of progress. The only thing you need to look at to show the progress is this. So, the top 100 events, the top 10 are all from 2015. Top 100 matches, the top 10 are all from 2015. The top 10 attendances are all from 2015. Lots of progress this year. Lots and lots and lots of progress from this year. I mean, if you look at the best match from 2015 was in 86. Sorry, was it 92? The best match from 2014 was a 74, and that was in January 2014. And then the best match from 2013 was even better than that, and it was Cami Vessi versus Stephen Parker. So, you know, the progress was backwards in 2014, but we actually made some serious progress in 2015, and we had just a lot of matches that were really good this year. One thing I should mention is I've realized in the Owner goals, it doesn't have to improve by 500,000. It has to improve to 500,000. So I went ahead and I bought the Maw Zone. So here it is. It's the Maw Zone 1. The first Maw Zone. There's the description of it. That's how much did it cost? One sec, I can check. It cost us $172,000 to make. I made it so it was an English-speaking venue in the New England area. The Mid-Atlantic area, and it holds 6,000 people, which should be enough to keep us going for at least a year, hopefully. Something else I did off-screen is I changed the way our merchandising works. I'm just going to give this a go. I've got a spreadsheet ready to see if this makes a difference, but what I've done is I've turned it to custom, and I've gone through and you still sell generic merchandise, but you can pick who's getting the specific merchandise. So we're selling a lot of Bell Bryden, Hellcat Hernandez, Casey Valentine, and Fro Sure stuff. Selling a little bit less of Greg Black and Chance Fortune. We're selling a lot of Sam Keith stuff. Selling a little bit of Ring General stuff. A little bit of Steve Flash stuff. A little bit of Greg Gosh stuff. Only reason why I didn't put him higher is because he's not a full-time member of the roster. Teensy tiny bit of Casey Glenn stuff to see how that sells. And yeah, so we'll see how that stuff ends up working for us. Aside from that, I also brought in 4 people to work the quarterfinals of the Ripcord Invitational. Actually, this is if I go here, I have this saved. Hopefully, there's no spoilers on here. Open with Windows Photo. This was made with Paint, by the way, which is why it's so low quality. That is the bracket for the Ripcord Invitational this year. Casey Glenn versus El Diablo. Vesio, who actually is the first graduate from the Mid-Atlantic Boot Camp. I brought him in from somewhere to work with Greg Gage. Damn it. Al Coleman I brought in from Coastal Zone to work with El Mitico. And White Angel I brought in to work with Casey Valentine. So that's why all these guys are here. I gave Belle Bryden about $4,000 so she'd shut up. Yeah, aside from that, nothing much has changed between episodes. So, let's take a look at the year in general. Let's take a look at the awards. Wrestler of the Year for the 3rd time is Tommy Cornell. Completely deserved. Tag Team of the Year for the 2nd time in a row is Tommy Cornell and Wolf Hawkins. Young Wrestler of the Year was this guy. Veteran Wrestler of the Year is Brian Vesey, of course. Yuma Marua broke the Japensha Karubi little dominance over there. The Independent Wrestler of the Year was Quizmaster, who has a tag team with something Quizzical Mark Question, that's his name. Where is it? Quizzical Mark Question as the masterminds. 100 tag team experience. I brought them in for a USPW. I could just never get them over, so maybe we'll think about signing him. I think is he only active in Australia? Yeah, he's only active in Australia, so you'd have to be an international company to attract him. Speaking of international companies, Pride Glory won Company of the Year again. Most Improved was actually World Level Wrestling this year. A 99 match from Pride Glory Honor Wrestling got Match of the Year. Card of the Year was an Oli card. Go our Alliance members, eh? Emma Chase won Manager of the Year. Duane Fry and Rebecca Ritchie, actually, from a Australian company, won this. So that's pretty cool. Well, that happened. I'm actually quite impressed by that one. Alright, I don't think there's any... Oh, the Power 500 looks a lot nicer to our guys this year. I won't go through it. Actually, I will go through it. 1 second. But the top 25 are here. You can look at it and pause if you want. Any surprises? Not really. I mean, that's the same as last year, isn't it? Yeah, for the top 2. Pablo Hernandez... Pablo Rodriguez is really good. Champagne Lover stays in the top 10. He's the only one, I think, to have stayed in the top 10 for 4 years in a row. Yep, it looks like it. Good. Yeah, he deserves it, so there you go. Brian Vesey got to 11 at his age. Holy shit. What a year for Brian Vesey. Wow. Well done, Brian. Doing well for yourself. TCW apparently doing really well on this save, which is kind of disappointing because I gotta go freaking deal with them at some point. Alright, nothing special to talk about there. We can look at our guys and see where they are on the Power 500. If we filter push main eventers. Casey Valentine ended up 185, which is really good. Chance Fortune at 300 odd. Frosure at 134. Greg Black at 198. Mean Gene Catley at 210. Not bad at all for him. We look at our upper mid cards and then we look at Casey Glenn, who's on our women's division. The Ring Generals ended up at in the 400s. Oh, and Marv didn't get ranked. Greg got... Oh, Casey Glenn's an upper mid carder now. Whoop whoop. Greg Gage ended up at 236. Casey Glenn ended up at 131. He's usually quite high rated on that thing, but that's his highest rating. Casey Glenn. Steve Flash was not rated this year. Sad face. Women's division. Amber Plotcheck wasn't rated, obviously. Belle Brighton was at 281. Brooke Tyler at 422. Fuyuko Higa at 52. Because she's ridiculous. Gemai Onishi at 295. Hellcat at 409. Jeanette Vaughn unranked, of course. Lily Schneider. Oh, she actually ranked 474. Mercado was actually ranked as well at 493. And I'm assuming Thea Davis was unranked. Holy shit, she ranked quite high. She obviously had a good year. Yep, she had a pretty good year, just not with us. I mean, she had a decent year with us, but she's still lagging behind everybody else in that division. Okay, so we will take a look at our personal growth as a company over the last 12 months. We have gone 20 points in popularity over the last 12 months, which is not bad at all. That's really good. Now we're hoping to go 5 points in about 3 months, which is what we did here, roughly, maybe 4 months. Because once we get to 65, we get spillover into these 2 regions, and it gives us up to 29. And then, once we've done that, we'll start working in these regions and get ourselves up to 35 popularity in those regions, so that we can negotiate a television contract with National something or other? National Pride TV. We need to get 35 popularity in 25% of the regions the network covers. We might need more than that, but hopefully that'll be enough. Size is very small. Style is cult. Patient is high. What is it? Alright, it's a cult network, so, like, they should just take us. Like, most product settings, like, don't give a shit about cult. Oh, there's nothing to do with TV here? That's cool. This product setting can be on mainstream networks at prime time. That's cool. Some product settings like limit where you can be on TV. That's really cool that we don't have any limits. So the sky's really the limit for us. In terms of pay-per-view carriers, I think the requirements are about the same. Like, most pay-per-view carriers won't carry you unless you've got 35 pop in 3 regions, I think. The very small ones, obviously. Let's see how small we can actually get. Coverage in the USA. Very small is the lowest we can get. And they also cover Canada, which sucks, which means we probably won't be able to get on these guys. Shit, that's really sucky. Because pay-per-view is the way to make money in this game. So how would we actually get on here then? We probably need to get even more popular. Alright, a small pay-per-view carrier. Like, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure, assuming that the rules for a pay-per-view carrier are the same for the rules as a TV show. What about small in all of the UK? Perfect. 47 we're looking at in 3 regions. That's okay. It's okay. It'll take us a little while, but once we got a TV show, it'll be a lot easier to raise our pop, because we will be doing 4 shows a month, and we will be broadcasting that show to every region in the US. So if we put on a good show, we should be gaining 4 pop a month. That's 48 pop a year in every single... Okay, so that's pretty over ambitious, actually. But if we continue to put on really good shows, that actually will happen. We'll gain like 30 pop a year if we put on really good shows. You know, that's a big if. So, yeah, lots of stuff in our future. I'm probably overestimating all of this, but hopefully it's good. We have made around $400,000 in 2015, which is a big deal. That's a lot of money we made. Hoping to make the same this year. We obviously, like, that's the thing. I don't want to start getting a TV show until we have a serious, like, war chest. I want like $3 million before I get a TV show, because it is going to cost a lot of money to run that TV show. So, not even sure if we're going to get it on the air by the end of this year. That's the goal, though. That is the goal. We want to get a TV show on the air by the end of 2016. That's kind of the goal. So let's take a look at a few of our stars of the show. Fro Shore is obviously the star of the show. 81 pop. He's gone up from 46 pop at the start of the year. Great guy. Awesome. So, probably our second biggest star at the moment is Hellcat Hernandez. She's gone from 17 pop to 73 in a year. Her skills are decent, not great. And yeah, I mean, she's not going to be a long-term star by any means, but she's going to be a constant in the division, definitely. Former women's champion Belle Bryden is down to 75 pop. She has actually gained 20 pop this year, so I don't think she should really complain about the little drop she's had recently. Other guys we're pushing, Casey Valentine, obviously, is a little down from where he was a couple of months ago. But he is still right up there. He's still gained just under 40 points of pop this year. Big improvements for him. Big improvements for most people on the roster, in all honesty. Greg Gage probably hasn't had a very good year, but he's still probably gained pop. Yeah, he's gained about 20 points. He's gained exactly 20 points of pop this year, which is cool. Casey Glenn has gained 32 points of pop this year, which is awesome. As you can see, Spillover is working its magic here too. I guess working in the Mid-Atlantic and the Tri-State will get you Spillover everywhere. Are you working for New York? Yeah, I gotta stop you doing that. I wonder, I don't want to really extend his contract. He's gonna offer a lot of money. He's gonna want a lot of money for it. Animal Deville is another little pet project we're working on. He's gained 25 points of pop this year. From squash matches, which is kind of cool. If he can continue to do that, he'll be right up there within the next 2 years. That would be great. Anyone else that's really important? I've shown you the Rig Generals before. They're sticking pretty solid at 47. That is improvements. Mean Gene is at 64. El Mitico is just stuck on the Spillover minimum. just stuck there. I don't think he's going to move there a while. Brooke Tyler is a future prospect at 66. Same with Fuyuko Higa, who's not dropped, but she's staying at 54 is not bad. There's a heel turn that's coming up. Steve Flash, I think it might be actually. Yeah, I'm turning him heel, and he's going to be embittered. Actually, we should show you the storylines in a second. But I'd also like to turn. Who did I want to turn? Oh, Brooke. I wanted to turn Brooke face. Yeah. I want to turn Brooke face. I kind of want to turn Belle Bryden heel. I want to turn somebody heel to make up for her turning face. So who's it going to be? Thea Davis, maybe. She's pretty stalled, so it wouldn't be the biggest deal. Amber Plotchek, no. We'll look at Thea, we'll look at Lily, and we'll look at Gemma and see what they're looking at. So we'll look at Thea. Is she a good heel? Yeah. But she's too fresh. Is Brooke's ready for a turn, right? Nope. Yeah. She's ready for a turn. Who else did we talk about? Gemma. Gemma could very well play heel, but she's a lot better as a baby face. Lily. is okay. Okay, we'll turn Lily heel and Brooke face, and we'll have them work an angle. She's an old school face right now though, so she needs to change her gimmick, which is very disappointing because that's a good gimmick rating. We could try Babe. That seems to work for Brooke. I mean, sure, whatever. I don't want her to act entirely as eye candy, but it's a good gimmick. Okay, don't judge me. I feel like I treat the women's division so badly, but like I don't. Like, it's been good. They put on great matches. Look at this. Look, see? 83. I've done good stuff with the women's division this year, I feel. I made it like the second most prestigious title in the entire company. Booyah! Booyah 100. I don't know what to do. Alright, so we gotta make the Sam Keith Classic important this year. Not Sam Keith Classic, Record Invitational. Alright, here are the storylines for 2016. As you probably know if you watched the series before, I tend to keep the same storylines throughout the entire year, so these are pretty solidly stuck in place. Keith's obsession grows. Basically, Sam Keith tries to take the title off of Fro. Greg Gage is going to be the main contender this year. Casey establishes himself. Primus Allen attacked Casey at Where It All Begins Again, or Night of the Champions, whenever it was, and we're looking to start a feud between those two. Animal Smash is Animal and Bulldozer continuing their feud with their managers in tow. Greg Black versus Casey Glenn is more of a long-term feud. Mean Gene versus Chance Fortune, same kind of thing. Steve Flash, Great Lakes Washout is Steve Flash is going to be spending the year like petitioning Sam Keith, can we go back to the Great Lakes region, because I'm kind of like the Great Lakes champion, I've got nothing really to do, so can we kind of just like have me defend my title or what? So that's kind of what that's going to happen. I've just put the Ring Generals in a like storyline with their manager, because as long as they're not aligned with each other, they'll gain like momentum from just winning matches, which is kind of fine with me because that's basically all they're going to do this year. I've got a little bit of storyline about like they need to decide whether they're going to stick together or whether they're going to go the separate ways, because the tag division's really fucked up right now. So there's going to be a few things this year, but mainly the Ring Generals are just going to be tag teams for the most of the year. And then we got Hellcat, Hellbats, and a fledgling division, and it's just the women's division again. Yes, more dancing, more great matches, more bell riding, more better. How is Sam Keith doing with his pop these days? He's up to 72. That's 2 points of growth, Sam. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sam Keith is over. Sam Keith, the third most over guy in the company, I think. So let's. Oh, I updated my shortlist a little bit to look. I looked through a couple of the graduates from other dojos, a couple of graduates from our dojo that we've let go over the years. I really want to bring Robbie Wright back when there's a space on the roster, because the guy's got really good stats. And how old is he? He's 24. Like, if we give him 2 more years of serious psychology training, he could very well get to the point where I'm very happy with him to take a main event slot, because those entertainment stats are very, 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 very good. He's got the star quality to be a main eventer, like, in all honesty, in this company. And those stats are not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'd hope for a little bit better in these 2 categories, but working enough with Steve Flash or something would do wonders for that. There's a couple other people here. Sid Collier and Cameron Jones, I'd like to bring them back as the Dynamite Express, which would be great. I don't think they're on here, but I'm also willing to bring back Max Mayhem and Ace Youngblood once I have some more space on the roster again. George Wolf and Deuce Deadline I'd like to bring back, twin billing. They're still young enough. And George Wolf just hasn't found a job, which is very disappointing. He's very solid. He's put on some really good matches with us. But that was not a very good Canadian independent run for you. But yeah, with us he's put on some decent matches. So I'm obliged to give him some more chances. And he's also good. And I was hoping he'd go out and find a job when I let him go. So that's a little disappointing. Nelson Callum is just amazing. But again, we don't have the roster spot for him right now. Very good worker. He's a MAW graduate. He's probably won a title here. He hasn't, so yeah, we got to bring him in at some point. He hasn't ranked this year, which is weird. Who are they putting you against that you're not ranking? Like, we can make a star out of you. Also, you share my last name, even though it's spelt wrong. And well, that's my first name. Okay, we also got Frankie Perez on here just to check. And Mikey James is the same, just to make sure if their contracts are due, then we. Holy shit, he's holding like a title. Is that like their mid-card title or something? Holy shit. Nice. Nice. Pretty impressed by that, actually. I want to go take a look at how prestigious that title is. It's a fully maxed out mid-card title, yeah. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a title. That's a title, and I want to book this promotion. This promotion seems awesome. That's a cool looking title belt. I could have too if it wasn't for those damn meddling kids. Let's take a look at some jobs that could be available. Although at this point, with north of the border pretty much out, there's very little chance of me leaving MAW at the moment. Ooh, vacant position at Rocky Mountain Wrestling, which just opened up. So it's completely new promotion. Old school style. A product that wouldn't have been out of place 25 years ago should be a risky proposition, but if Ripcord can get it to work, there's no reason why it can't also be successful. So it's basically us. That's kind of cool. Who's Philip Roberts then? Oh, he's Enforcer Roberts. Wow, look at that. Interesting. And you got Supreme... Pardon me? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Richard Eisen retired and left the company to his son, Eric Eisen, who is 37, still wrestling and probably putting himself massively over. Doubt that they would want me, because usually, yeah, when you're an owner and a booker, you don't want to step down. Dean Daniels is similar. What about Jimbo, sorry. Any chance you'll take me? Nope, thought not. Usually you can't, and there's, like, Golden Canvas probably is the only one that I'd be like, yeah, I'll book there. Yeah. I'd book in Golden Canvas. I might have accepted a Supreme Wrestling Federation run just because they're huge and it'd be fun. And also Pride Glory. Even maybe a Lee. I wouldn't have minded a Lee. They've got a TV show. At least they used to. Yeah, they still have a TV show. Which is kind of cool. As you can see, them having a TV show keeps their size pretty consistent. They're pretty freaking over. They're pretty close to national, man. They are. They're like half a year away if they're growing properly. So they freaking are. Yeah, don't be surprised if they leave the Confederation of the Territories, because they are not a territory anymore. Neither are we, but they aren't either. As you can see, that's the spillover I'm talking about. I can't believe they got... Oh. Huh. That's a lot of spillover. I wonder where that's coming from. There's like no, I'm surprised that's that much spillover. It must be countrywide spillover then. I have to look into that. Yeah. They should have started spilling over into Japan as well, unless they've changed that. Hawaii used to spill over into Japan. But now it just seems very difficult for a North American promotion to spill over anywhere else. Like, look at USPW. I'll go to them now. USPW are also, well, they should be pretty big. They're alright. Oh, okay. Huh. That ain't dreadful, actually. Huh. Let me go back to, let's go to SWF, who are probably huge. How are SWF doing these days? They're also getting, like, minor spillover. It could work. It just depends. You need to be careful. You need to just expand. It's so money draining to actually go and expand into those areas, and it takes so much time to, because you gotta target some spillover areas, one would assume. So let's go to Japan. There's a shit ton of spillover in Japan. So, I mean, you would still take a lot to get it up, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad, especially if you get a small television contract at some point in Japan. That's the problem, though. There's not that many TV networks. Look at how little TV networks there are in the world. Like, if I try and get a tiny TV network, they don't exist. Oh, they do. They do. But they only exist in Mexico. And if I go to, like, very small coverage in Japan. Okay, they have a very small national television network, which is decent, actually. Actually, it's very decent. Cool. It's not bad at all, actually. I was wrong. Hands up, I was wrong. Anyway, it's time to end the episode off here. Go through all the champions just to show you as the year starts. Every title except for Steve Flash's changed hands that year. The goal for 2016. Get in a position, at least, to get a TV show, even if we don't actually get one. improve our popularity in the Mid-Atlantic by 10 points, improve our popularity in the Great Lakes and the Southeast. I think it's the Southeast. Yep, get our popularity in the Great Lakes and the Southeast up to 40. That's the aim by the end of the year. And yeah, aside from that, I hope it works. I hope we continue to make a profit even when we're doing that. Explore how, enjoy our new venue, which is the Mall Zone. And yeah, that's about it. Really, I'm pretty happy with the way this is going. There's not really much else to talk about. 2015 was a really great year. I hope 2016 is just as good. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll speak to you guys next time for the Ripcord Invitational. Speak to you guys then.